Hello, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Savage Raiding. So, last time we actually got a lot further than I was expecting because we cleared M3. So today we're going to be going into M4. The problem right now though is we have two people who are going to be late, but we don't know exactly by how much. Well, it looks like one of them's already in voice chat, so they should be logging on soon. The other one we weren't sure, because they could be anywhere from on time to half an hour late, is what they said. So, that's something to find out. Let me check one thing. Check this. Alright, now I can give you some song. So, I mean, I guess I could, like, go unlock Picto or something in the meantime. If I knew where the class starts. It's probably Gridania, right? It just makes the most sense. I just gotta go to, like, Limsa first, because everywhere's expensive. Okay, so now if I go to Gridania, I guess I could have taken, like, an airship too, to save some money, but... Alright. If I were a Picto quest, where would I be? Did I guess correctly? Yep. I sure did. Alright. Picto it is. Matron, help me. One more complaint this day, and I swear. Forgive me my rambling, but please tell me you haven't come to make a complaint. I haven't. Is something amiss? Well, I should warn you that a Moogle has been making a nuisance of himself here in Gridania. The palmed pest has been harassing adventurers in an attempt to rope them into some painting endeavor. Despite the lack of interest, he refuses to give up. You're an adventuring sort, are you not? If so, you would be wise to give that Moogle a wide berth. Unless you are the artistic adventuring sort. I suspect he's still loitering in the Aetherite Plaza, if my tale has piqued your interest. I was just there. Couldn't have talked to the Moogle while I was there. Alright, Moogle, where are you? Oh. You there, Kupo? How would you like to do some painting? Not ordinary painting, mind you. Magic painting, where your works come to life. Your imagination's the limit. Hmm. Ah, Kupo nuts. Why won't anyone give me a chance? They could do so much good with the power of pictomancy. You had me at magic painting. What did you say, Kupo? You're not pulling my palm, are you? You wish to know more about pictomancy? Truly? Yeah. I'm a caster. Hooray, hooray. The name's Kupopo, and I'm extremely pleased to meet you, Kupo. I'm the inheritor of a Pictomancer soul crystal, and I seek a creative individual who can carry on this arcane artistry. A history lesson is in order. Pictomancy was conceived some 1500 years ago in the dusk of the 5th Astral Era. While other schools of magic that originated during that period, such as black and white, are expressions of the caster's will, Pictomancy relies on something even more abstract, the imagination. By channeling ether into a concept held in their mind's eye, a Pictomancer can give form to the formless. I see. It's a bit tricky to wrap your head around, I know, and that's precisely why the Great Archon Realm, founder of Pictomancy, incorporated the painter's tools into our art. Realm, huh? A gifted artist as well as mage, Realm took up a brush instead of a staff and wielded ether like paint to give shape to her imaginings. In this way was Pictomancy born, a magical discipline unlike any other, Kupo. Now, Realm was a charitable soul and never ever used her powers for self-serving ends. She dedicated her life to aiding and defending those in need. During the War of the Magi, Realm traveled the land and saved countless people with her pictomancy, and it was for those deeds that she earned a place among the 12 Archons. Is she now? So, how about it? Would you like to take up the Archon's noble legacy and become, dare I say it, a Realm reborn? I see. Sure. Wonderful, Kupo. Your enthusiasm warms my heart. As I have only one soul crystal, however, I must ensure that I entrust it to the right person. Therefore, before I grant you this dazzling opportunity, I require that you attend a job interview. Seek me out at the Carline Canopy, and be sure to come prepared with your fanciest, pictomanciest answers for my flurry of very professional questions. Okay, bye. Why couldn't we do the test here? Why did it have to be at the canopy? It's not that far away, so it's whatever, but... Let's see... Oh, there's a Picto. Alright, Kupopo. Ah, there you are. I would have invited you to my cozy little hovel and put out tea and biscuits. Except I don't have a cozy little hovel, or any home to speak of for that matter. Such is the life of an itinerant Moogle, Kupo. I haven't a gil to my name either, so I can't order us tea and biscuits, but we can avail ourselves of a table. We sure can. Ahem. By the power vested in me, I now pronounce this interview commenced, Kupo. Let's begin with the basics. Might I have your full name? I'm Gelato. 'Tis a fine name. Well met, Gelato. Right, on to the next question. What do you consider your primary vocation? Adventure? Yeah. Between jobs. I mean, kinda. I'm an adventurer through and through. Very good, very good. Adventurers are known to be a helpful lot, ever ready to aid those in need. You've the ideal temperament for a pictomancer, Kupo. Moving along to the next question. How would you rate your artistic abilities? Above average, perhaps. That's just fine, Kupo. For pictomancers' most vital asset isn't their artistic skill, but their vivid imagination. Speaking of imagination, let's try and put yours to work. Tell me the first thought that enters your mind when you hear the word Moogle. I guess fluffiness and fun. Yes. From the fluffy fur to the merry mannerisms, I can fairly see the Moogle in your mind wheeling winsomely in the air. Yours is a rich imagination, Kupo. Now, this next question is very important. Someone's in trouble. What do you do? Save them? Speak with them first to gauge the problem. Actually, that is what I would do. Unless they're, like, actively running away from something. That is indeed a prudent approach, Kupo. If I may ask a follow-up question, can you share a recent example of when you approached a soul in distress? Come again. A hearer who's been inundated with complaints about my pictomancy pitches? Yeah. That's true. Oh dear. That's rather disheartening, Kupo. But this isn't about me. What's important is that you are not wont to ignore the plight of another. That willingness to serve a greater purpose and emulate Archon Realm's example is the key to becoming a truly talented pictomancer. Having considered your answers, I'm thrilled to report you've passed my interview with flying colors, Kupo. I'm certain you will bear our legacy admirably. I deem you worthy of the Soul Crystal. However, I should warn you that it comes with some proverbial strings attached. A bit of emotional baggage, too. When does it not? You see, several moons ago, I got into a terrible argument with my best friend. We went our separate ways and have not seen her since. Wish I could meet her again, try to reconcile, more than anything. So, if we hear aught of her during our journey together, I'd like you to lend me a helping hand. You got it, boss. If you're still willing to train as a pictomancer with this condition in mind, then the Soul Crystal is yours. Just say the word, Kupo. Where are you going? So, you still wish to be a pictomancer? In full acceptance of my condition? Yep. And as promised, I bestow upon you the Soul Crystal. And to help get you started, I've prepared a set of equipment. Hopefully it fits, Kupo. I have unlocked pictomancy. Alright. Do I have space? No, I don't. Wait, why is this? Oh. I guess they technically are items, aren't they? You can just, like, remove them from here. Oh, and these too. I'm running out of space, actually. They're gonna give us more soul crystal slots when they add more jobs, right? That would be... every job. I can have one more of these crafter souls. Alright. Now the question is... do I actually have... like, caster gear? Well, I guess it gave me gear, right? Just don't know if I want to open it right now. Which of these can I get rid of? Where I was scarred. Yeah, I already have that book. Does this one look good? Oh, it's like a feather. Interesting. Of all the books, it is certainly one of them. I can't desynth it. Wow. I have no space for anything. I guess I can put this in my inventory. Alright. Oh, but I can't... Okay, let me see something. I'm gonna go into the inn. Just so... I don't like flash people when I change jobs. Okay. Let me... because I know... there's bad. I don't have armory chest space. Why? What do you mean? What am I missing? I should have space. Why does it not? Am I missing... Can I change to this? I can't. Oh, why? Why? Because it has the earring? I don't understand. Right. And okay, so something is wrong. And the question is where? I don't think I need the Neo Kingdom stuff anymore. I can't. It's leather worker. Alright, well. Up with you. And also, oh, I can desynth this one though. Oh, you know what it probably is? Because I put the ring on my retainer. So I can get rid of this one. Or actually, I guess just return it to inventory. Okay. Now what? Don't do this unless it like looks really nice. Oh. Fine. I don't think I'd waste a slot for it. What else? There you go. Oh, but this is all like specifically red mage stuff. So what, do I switch to Black Mage? I can't. Blue? Okay, that should work. Then I can swap this. This is my current recommended gear. Let's add a set for Picto. And then I'll figure out how to gear it. Oh, and I need to fix these bars too. Okay, just get everything off of my bar. I don't know what it does. It can just not be here. Oh, I don't need it. Away with all of you. I'll need this eventually. I'll need this, and I'll need that. We'll put that there. And I will put the canvases down here. I'll put the palette here. Cool. I don't know how to play this class, and I'm not gonna figure it out now. Let's see. Oh, okay. It looks like they're figuring out our loot for next week. So what am I getting? Shoes. Some nice new shoes. Maybe a chest. Let's see. I wonder what's going on though. Because the two people who aren't in the party were in VC. And now one of them's gone. Where'd they go? I guess I should go check on what they need. But me go. Let me go find out. Alright. I have figured out what is going on, finally. So, one was internet issues, I guess. The other one just got home. So once they get online, we should be able to go in. What are we looking at? Oh, people are looking at the Eden stuff. This is probably what the Fru weapons will be based on. Which will be interesting. I wonder what the glow effect is going to be. They didn't link the other stuff. Oh well. Yeah. So, hey, people getting stuck in traffic and having tech issues has given me time to unlock Picto, so, you know, whatever works. I also need to actually get some of these other songs, because I do really want Fleeting Moment. I've been trying to get it, and it just doesn't drop. So listen to this. A fight I never got to, because I only got to 10S. I wonder if I should turn up music actually, because it is pretty low. The system? Is 69 BGM. Alright, that should be everyone. Oh, let me go check.
Listen, there was a multi-car wreck. There is nothing that I could have done.
Oh, it's not your fault.
That just means... No, I understand that fully.
You should have pushed the wreck out of the way.
Yeah, you
Like,
should.
I remember-
With your arms.
Yeah, I remember a few months ago, I was almost 2 hours late getting home from what's normally a 20 to 30-minute commute because someone got in a motorcycle accident and they had to close off the entire highway to clean off the pavement.
Yep. Now I had that. Like the drive I do is like there's like 3 lanes on the highway. There was a car crash that was so bad it closed off the speed lane and the fast lane, so it was literally a funnel
Yeah,
of cars just
Here
trying
we
to
go.
they were literally funneling all of us onto a different highway, the one that intersects.
It's gonna
And
cost
so
Sip
what was
sap.
normally a 23-minute drive for me ended up being
Idea.
nearly 2 hours.
Yeah, no, the cops were actually like navigating our cars because of it, and I'm like, I was on the speed express lane, and so I was on the don't cross section. I was like, I'm not gonna get a ticket, right? That entire time was just awful, but I was just like, who was an idiot that like literally blocked off so many lanes?
Background music 100.
I have both.
Yeah,
I have both.
just like in M2. Yeah, that's what I do in M2.
Mhm.
Don't have the waymarks saved, but I know where they go.
I'm just copying them off the video. They're like on the inside of these quadrants a little bit.
Yeah, and I got
I'll be honest, the in and out with the narrowing and widening really confused me when I was watching it.
it's a lot simpler than it sounds.
I feel like the video overcomplicated it, so like I know
Hey,
like what the colors mean.
Hey, did you guys hear? There's no limit to Electrobe's potential.
Yeah, so can it give us a win?
This is why I'm
Maybe
gonna
one
eat
bullet right
baked
now.
eggplant.
I made a fuck ton of moqueca.
If you needed
What are you
food,
doing?
Just in your thumb.
No, I have
What?
10.
I feel like Doc is gonna
Push.
shove me. I know that.
Beforehand, I think the
Come
only
back
thing
here.
we really
I'll
need to
punch
go
you.
over is the modified
I'll
clock
punch you.
spots.
I have to have a lollipop somewhere.
I think the
Yes, I
only
do.
people who really need to switch for the modified clock spots are Doc and Alentia. I don't think Kara and Anna need to switch.
I mean, we can just to make it consistent.
Yes, please.
It's up
you
to
can,
you.
Yeah.
It's up
Oh,
to you guys.
Kara, because you're melee too. When we have to go to like the safe corner for one of the pans, do you mind if me and you swap just so I can get guaranteed uptime on the boss's hitbox?
I don't know what you mean.
Okay,
Alright,
I'll
so
grab
what
a
about
pic-
this?
I'll grab a picture of this guy.
For one of the
Hi.
spreads, he will be like, for example, right here, and you'll be like,
I'm getting a
spicy.
picture of it. A sec. This one.
Oh, so like
This
I
one.
would be here and you would be like here. You want us to
No, no.
swap for that?
This image.
You are really quiet right now.
Am I?
On my end,
No.
yeah.
He's
No one
fine.
said so.
Well, I'm turning you up.
I'm not hearing any difference.
Okay.
I'm
That
good
image,
here.
like during
You would
the
be down towards you would
During
be
okay.
above
Okay.
C and 4.
Okay, I can do that.
yeah, it's just during Electrope Edge.
Do you need any waymarks for
Yeah,
back
you need
there?
one.
I mean, we can't move them anyway. They removed that feature.
Yeah,
Wait,
we're
what
never.
is it?
It's not like there's any mechanics that really need.
Hold on,
We will
hold on,
never
hold on.
see, we will never see that feature again because of people cheating with it.
Mhm.
I mean, I can do
Cheating.
that and I'm on PlayStation.
However, they don't want us.
Doing
Guys,
doing
look,
We
you
all-
pub with that was so nice though.
guys,
we-
look behind us. I did it.
We all remember
I-
T.
I'm on
Can
PlayStation.
you not move my markers?
Sorry. Yeah, but I'm saying it's doable.
No, once we're in combat, they can't be moved.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Until we clear it
Beautiful.
once. We can't get markers
We're
for the
already
other thing.
half an hour behind.
It's
We
clear
should start
for it.
pulling.
Yeah.
Please grab.
Last pull magic.
I don't eat.
Cool.
Reminder, there is a lot of stuff that we will be
shit.
Get your food.
I might
Reminder,
need
there
someone
will
to
be
give me
lots
some
of stuff that forces us into downtime. You just have to suck it up and deal
There
with
is
it.
a lot of force.
That feels so
marathon fight.
Oh, are we doing boss relative or true boss?
Big AoE.
Depends on the mechanic. The first one that'll come up will be boss relative.
I hope.
Wings.
Bottom half of the square.
I completely misread for the.
Who's in and then spread.
I got for the middle.
Oh.
I lived!
Is that not where I was supposed to with that?
You have to go far for it.
Yeah, well, everybody else was.
I had a Joe appear on top of me.
First pull doesn't count.
Yes, it does, because I'm one of the few that lived.
Oh my!
First pull
my
doesn't count. It's always, we're just warm up.
If my ping stays bad, I may need to give that into an exit lag on Rise. It turned itself off. Whoa! What the fuck? Why'd the boss get pulled so fast?
Yeah, seriously.
That's not actually, unless she recenters here, that's actually not a bad place to pull her.
I just died with the raid wide.
Yeah, the raid wide needs a lot of shit on it.
Yeah, the first raid wide.
I will.
Then. Yeah, see, that's actually a good idea to do that.
Back half.
In and spread it.
Okay, where do you want me to go?
You go closer in.
Allow supports. Okay. That's. You need to make sure you're spreading. It's going to be melees. There's going to be. I think it's supposed to be the melees are up spread around her.
From north
I have a
to
diagram for
south.
it.
From north to south, it is ranged, tanks, melees, healers.
Yeah, I have a
Yeah,
raid
but
plan
there's
for it. Wait,
Yeah, but there's a debuff there, and whoever has the debuff has to be farther away, while the non-debuffs have to be closer to her.
I have
And
a
that-
raid plan for it. Wait.
Isn't that later?
That's the
No.
second mechanic.
Here,
That's straight after.
check
Yeah.
this. Slide 4 will show the spread that we should have. And then the debuff literally doesn't matter if we spread like that. It just, you can pay attention to who gets hit. It'll either be DPS or support, and just know that they're not going to get hit next.
I was thinking of the one that's later where.
Yeah,
It-
close and far.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because each time that I've went to go stand in that spot, there's always somebody with me.
Yeah.
People
for
are
left
still
side, it
learning,
should be
so.
Fizz range, tank, melee. Not fizz range. Ranged melee. A ranged tank, melee healer. Ranged tank, melee healer.
I mean,
should be
it still
the same.
applies because summoners are fizz ranged.
Yeah, somebody's basically fizz range.
I'm acting as melee.
I'm everything.
Oh, Claire, the symbols that go over her head tell you whether whether her hit is hitting the closest target or the farthest.
And then we need a big shield for this first ability.
Yeah, apparently Kara did nothing for us.
This is like the other
Bad
fight
enough,
hard.
right?
I also added
I popped temperance for that one. I don't know if you want me to compare save it for another thing.
I have no idea.
We'll talk about those later.
Front half. Front half.
back half of the second part.
The DPS should be further.
I'm trying to gauge how close I can get and still be able to actually pass.
Far close,
Yeah,
far
because
close.
I cannot be in the back.
No, it was close part, close part. Narrowing, so it's in first.
How far? And there's a simple way that we can do that one too.
You want to be on clock for it.
Okay. Yeah, you would go clock spots, and on the ones where it's trying to push you further, the ones that need to be the further one out,
Okay,
or the
yeah,
ones
I'm
that need to be
turning,
closer, you just move further outside of the marker.
turning exit lag on. It's ridiculous.
So that mechanic, this is the right plan for it.
Jesus.
And it shows the Hector video, but on slides.
I mean, the Hector video kind of confused me. That's why I was asking questions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this explains it pretty well to me. It's what helped me see it.
The baits on that one, Claire, is dependent on the order that she shows. So in most cases, you would do HTRM. So melee would be last for the end mechanics to ensure uptime.
Yeah. Now the exit lag is on.
Now, of course, there is the opposite pattern. And with the opposite pattern where it's in out, you would have the tanks be in, healers be the furthest out, melees swap and be the in, and then range be the out. But that entirely depends on which pattern you get.
She'll either do narrowing or widening, which just tells you the order of the AoE it's doing, and then she'll do the 4 marks on her body.
The raid plan shows widening, but narrowing's just the same thing.
Just in out, in out. instead
Yeah,
of
it's
out,
just
in,
an
out.
in.
Yeah, you're only remembering what you have to do on when it's your turn. Not as
Okay.
bad.
What the? Oh, never mind. You're probably resetting. So,
Yes. I is doing exit election.
I'm currently logging back in. I don't know why it was off.
Mhm.
Okay, that's way more responsive.
Dink donk.
Bitch is dead. Oh!
Zelda?
Zelda?
Read faster.
恨みはないが、お前の魂もらい受ける。
No reading aloud.
Oh, I can double weave. That's so much better.
Big AoE.
You can actually press your button.
Yeah. Going missionary on that thing now. I don't know
翼
when
がなければ
they're in the
作れば
fight.
いい。
Like,
Back half?
I can't even target the boss from all the way.
You don't need to be back there.
Yeah.
Oh, then go forward.
Sends
Out.
out first.
Out front, out front. Front
Oh.
of the stairs.
I have to go all the
And
way.
then
Yeah, it's all the way.
melee and healers have to swap.
Close far.
And it's narrowing.
Got
Modified.
gel.
Modified clock stop.
Far. Melee is close.
Oh, it gave it to me.
Yeah, because I couldn't go in because one of the healers didn't go out far enough.
Oh, weird.
If you need to go out to beta far, and it's like, it's out far, you want to be out, like, corners.
Flare, it's the order.
And for healers will be like here and the other one.
Also, Doc, if we get first, because we're marked as yes, you have to swap with your healer,
I mean,
or you will just die.
my person didn't move.
Oh, well, if it's in and you got hit.
Yeah, it'll take a while to get used to the positioning. Healers will be like outside of like this square. You see the square that the 4's in? It'll be like just outside of that, like into this one. And then same thing for this side on the 3. You'd be like just at like the edge of this square. And that makes sure you'll get hit by the out.
I'm a little terrified. My brain is not computing this back, and that's freaking me out.
It'll
What,
take a minute, you'll get it.
You mean the in-out one?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just, it's static positions, you just need to learn it.
Static position with different orders. Once you know the orders, it'll be fine.
Don't overcomplicate it again.
I feel like my brain
Front
is
half.
Front.
You guys were too far to the right.
Yeah, I don't know how to tell the distances on those.
In instead.
Front half. Far, DPS, and
Nope. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Right, so it's
oh, it's out,
out and
in.
close.
Yeah, this one's out in.
It's close far without in. The worst bottom.
Everyone's
So
far
tanks-
out of step.
Oh, I'm getting one. Someone's-
Yeah, tanks needs to be.
It's healers first.
No, it was close far at the bait order.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the Hector guide, the way that they do it, it depends on the pattern. So if it's out in,
There's another
then
heavy
it's
raid wide.
healer, tank, range, melee. If it's in, out, then you do tank.
No. So the part that matters for the order that made it is what she's doing on her body.
Yeah.
But you also have to pay attention to the casting, because that
Yeah.
affects the other part of it, which is the AoEs that are happening.
Yeah, widening out,
Oh,
widening in.
I get
Wi-
it now.
Yeah,
Widening
she'll
starts
say-
with out and alternate, and narrowing starts with in and alternate.
Yeah.
Three.
They'll say
Okay.
widening out or widening in or narrowing out and narrowing in.
So can I reiterate this just to make sure I understand it without anyone interrupting me?
Yes.
Okay, so it's either going to be wide or narrowing. Wide is going to, and wide and narrowing are essentially either donut or point blank centered on her. Wide is out in, narrow is in out.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
And so
Correct.
as we're doing that, we're also getting another mech with it, where she's going to hit people closest to her or the farthest from her. And
Yes.
typically, the range, which is going to be like healers first, and then the healers, and then the casters. Essentially, get over it. I'm not gonna do that. But like essentially, healers will take the first far, and then fizzy range and caster will take the second far.
Yes.
as we're also dodging bullshit.
The first bar should be
First part is
tank-
healers.
Yeah, healers. Yeah.
Supports
so
is
okay.
first,
and getting
DPS is
jump
second set.
If you get
Just say
jumped
it that
first-
way. That
Tanks
way
would be
that way
close,
you-
healers would be far.
This isn't. We're not talking about the first thing. We're talking about the second thing. We're talking about witching.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
that
we're on
that makes a whole lot of sense. Thank you. And I
Yeah, so
understand
the tanks would be on the intersections, like the A and the C we have. And the
Melees are
healers
going to
would
be
be
D&D. Healers
yeah,
are
melees
4 and
D&D.
3.
Okay.
Ranged are 1 and 2.
those are
Right,
like
but
out
they-
of 4 and 3.
Yeah,
like,
the Hector video
out
gave
here.
me the impression that getting jumped affected how go into level.
You're thinking of the first thing, not the second. I'm talking about the second.
Yeah, that's
So
one.
the first thing, where we're either going to where she does the swipe with the wings, and we have to dodge either in first and then out, or out then in. Either supports or DPS will get tagged, and then you dodge the second part while also looking to see if she's doing near or far. If you were tagged and she's doing near, you need to make sure that you are far, and if you weren't tagged, you're near. If you were, if she's doing near, then you need to make sure she's doing far. Then you need to make sure you're near and they're far.
Your tags do the opposite of her cast bar.
Alright, I'll
It's not a cast bar; it's just an effect on her body.
Yeah.
tag. Alright, tag do the opposite. Got it.
That's a simpler way.
Yep.
One thing I saw what's his group do for Witch Hunt looks really crazy, and I don't want to do it. But they had like the group standing south on Charlie and like wiggling in and out, and then the baits would just do what they needed to do while moving to the north.
Yeah, fuck that. Nah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
Just remember, if it's a far bait and it's not your turn to bait, make sure you're closer to the boss than anyone else. And if it's a near bait, you're further from the boss than anyone else.
恨みはないがお前の魂もらい受ける。
ウィケッドサンダーがリングに帰ってきました。
変幻自在。翼がなければ作ればいい。
エレクトロープが大きな翼になんと神々しい。挑戦者がダウン立ち上がれるか。
I'm moving back to early. I'm getting
Run him out.
Sides.
Make sure you're in the bottom half.
おっと挑戦者ここで
It
ダウン
would be DPS. DPS needs to be close,
Yeah.
but also I got hit by one of them because it went wild.
Out and out.
Yeah, I moved to my square too soon and got clipped by the side beams.
Reminder, the first sides always come from the west, the second ones always come from the east.
挑戦者なんとか立ち上がった
Oh, that was a perfect example of the opposite states. That was out in with near far, near far.
Yeah.
Nice. It's okay. We'll get a good pattern this time. Surely.
We just need 8 bodies up for the mechanic.
Yeah.
Not have people
Anything you're
dying
confused
before
about
that.
Zelda?
Anything anybody is confused about?
We're about to find out.
Wicked サンダーがリングに帰ってきました。
Okay, just make sure getting jump is basically being tagged, right?
Yes.
ストロークが大きな翼になんと
Back pass is tiles.
Out. Sports are going to be.
Sports are in.
Sports are in. EGFR. Winding out.
Out in, far close, far close.
That's a good pattern. Range fade. Melee fade.
Both of the in-tank puddles were baited on the south side.
Yeah, I didn't go far out enough for the first one.
Okay, Joe.
Everyone's gonna die here because
Even double me did that.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
I'm holding missionary flat.
I'm gonna take a quick bio.
Okay, I'm gonna go get some water.
Well, I'm happy to say I figured it out, even though I said it was gonna be like my worst mechanic. Yay!
Is it 4 and 2?
Huh?
So
It was the safe
2?
corner.
2 instead?
Pairs.
Yeah.
Well, it works on corpses. That's an invuln buster. There's only 2 of them in the fight.
Yeah. I mean, Zelda, do you need like an explanation for it, or?
I'm back.
Which part, Zelda? Try to explain. For witch hunt or for bewitching fight?
right? It's tanks first. Or
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, okay.
Supports do the first set.
So
Yeah,
D-
so if it's
does that make sense?
As tanks will always have either the first or second of the bait mechanics. Never third or fourth.
Mm.
恨みはないがお前の魂もらい受ける
You bait by going inside the hitbox or being on your way north.
I'm no longer using missionary on this because clearly that one later is going to need it more.
Yeah, we have less for it there.
変幻自在翼がなければ作ればいい
I know what wiped us the first time, so I'm gonna go back to the original plan on that one.
Bottom half.
Ada? And,
Out. Out bottom half. DPS are tagged. DPS make sure DPS are far. DPS are far, support the close. Widening out.
Out,
This is a good
out.
pattern.
It'll be healers first.
Heroes bait and tanks bait. Range bait and them and tanks.
what the?
Was I too far in for that one?
I think first one too far out.
I can
I
get
didn't get hit. And I was out.
I went out with.
If it's not your turn to bait, you should be staying on normally.
I'll deal.
One or three.
Okay.
Just partners. Mentia, come to me. I need to be back here.
Oh.
Getting tank busted.
Goodbye,
Okay,
Gel. And
let me
then,
invuln it.
And then Hannah's going. Goodbye.
Not me.
Give me 1 sec, I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's a nice 72k auto you just took.
I love it.
Yeah.
Great.
The lines don't do a lot of damage, but if you stack south on the cardinal, you get hit by them.
So for that part, people can look at the picture that Ty posted earlier. That's gonna be boss relative
Come back.
wherever we go.
Alright, I needed hydration.
So if it's 3, for example, we'd all be like in this corner. I would be
Like-
here. Valentia, you would be here. And if it's stacked, then we just stack up together here. If it's spread, then we stay in our spot. You would
And
be
this-
here. Anna, yeah, you would be here.
Gel would
Once
be
you're
here.
normally here.
Yeah, and then if we're over here, I'll be Valentia, you'd be here. I would be over here. I kinda don't wanna go because I'm afraid to hold the boss.
I'm here. It's
Yeah.
boss relative, essentially.
Boss
Yeah.
relative.
And is it fine if the stacks are like in the middle, like here?
Yeah.
So, like,
It's fine.
yeah, me and Joe were like hugging.
Just
We
make sure
live.
to give room for the melees.
Mm.
As long as the tank and melee ones are in opposite corners of the in tile, it's fine. Because like example, like me and Kara could be here, and then Locke and Zelda could be in the opposite corner of this tile, and we'd be fine. The puddles aren't too big.
Here's an example for the stacks.
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay, so as long as we're in like the
So
back
you can
part.
be in the middle, yeah, you just want to be in the back so the melees have space.
Okay.
You don't want to be like middle. You want to be like.
That's what
Yeah. I just meant like the middle of the back line.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
we should be fine because we're not touching anyone.
Yeah, that's plenty.
Yes, we're fine. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't kill anyone.
I just don't know how big the AoEs are, so that's why I
They're
asked.
not too big.
So if it was like separate,
They're like,
Jal,
build
I
a-
would be
they build a
here, and then
square.
you would be just here. So we'd be fine.
The circles, I'm pretty sure, filled this little square here.
Side square.
Okay.
Yeah, this like inner square.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why like all the melees and tanks can be on one pile.
Similar to like M3S stack size.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Sure.
It was Doc.
Doc.
Let's go.
Your food, Doc.
Rabbit. What's up, Doc? I'm not sorry.
You could always just Icarus in.
I am a healer.
翼がなければ作ればいい。
エレクトロープが大きな翼になんと神々しい
Front.
We're in. In.
In and spread.
Hi.
DPS are going to be close and Hector head to be real.
挑戦者がダウン立ち上がれるか
Me and Tink switch for that? Ancient Tinks?
Yeah, ranged and tanks are supposed to swap.
Okay, okay.
It depends
This is
on what she
narrowing with
has.
Out in as the base.
Someone's too far out. Pull one.
おっと挑戦者ここでダウン
That goes to Invuln.
Yes, it does.
Neat.
I'm just gonna...
I've noticed that a lot of things that have Vuln associated with it in newer content goes to Grid Vuln if you have the Vuln.
That's good. It's called Invuln for a reason.
Well, it's not out
Fucked
Vuln.
up the mechanic you're not allowed.
I'll make it out Vuln.
I think I get it. I just need to see a clean version of it just to be nerfed.
裏にはないが
That was the
お
auto
前の
pattern
魂
as well.
もらい受ける
Yep, it was awful.
ウィケットサンダーがリングに帰ってきました
変幻自
Behind
在
the healing.
翼がなければ作ればいい
エレクトロープが
Not
大き
intentional.
な翼になんと神々
I don't have to like bust out a heal, so
I need it. I think it's probably okay.
Yeah, I got the spots down.
Out, bottom half.
Supports.
Going to be
No, DPS are in.
Supports are
close. DPS are close, supports out. Or far.
Oh, we got tagged.
DPS
Wide.
did get tagged, but it was out.
It's
Widening.
Wide in.
Widening near. So tanks are baiting first. Make sure tanks are at their waymark at the edge.
Wait,
It was widening near.
Uh,
Pattern.
okay. I misunderstood how you said that then. My brain was hearing you say it's wide near.
Yeah, that's what I
Widening.
interpreted as well.
Okay. I don't know if there's much more I could say in a different way.
could do
Out.
like
Out.
out.
I mean, you could just say out tanks, in healers, like.
I mean,
either way.
I tried to explain my reasoning for certain things on the mechanic and was told no, so that's all I'm gonna say. I was partway through explaining the ways to do both of them, as well as who should bait what, got told no, and that's where I was on that. If it's whenever it starts with widening first, it should always the order should always be healer, tank, range, melee.
Why?
So because if it's widening, you guys are going to be the furthest one out anyway.
That's not what determines the bait order.
Bait order can just be determined. It doesn't matter. You can just determine it if the bait order is this person. The bait order is not on a specific person. It is just the furthest person or the closest person. But you can make it to where
Widening is disassociated from the bait order.
I also
That's what
feel
he's
like that's.
I love that I
overcomplicating
can't
it
finish a
little
fucking
bit.
thought without somebody telling me that I'm wrong. I love this.
No, but
Okay,
that's what.
finish your explanation.
No, it's fine. We'll do it the way that you're wanting to do it.
Finish your explanation. I'm clearly missing something that you figured out. I want to know.
So in the situation that it is widening, you're always going to force somebody out, or we're always going to be forced away. If we get the pattern, which goes out, so furthest, closest, furthest, closest, why would you not make the healer be the first one that does it? Since they're already the furthest person out. It wouldn't make sense to force the tank to go furthest out on a on the widening mechanic.
That's not what
if
we're
it's
doing.
out I'm just gonna stop because that's do it your way.
If it's
That's
the
Doc,
person
we are not-
far out first, it's healers anyways.
Okay, so there's two parts to the mechanic, Doc, and you're missing one of them. Widening is just the order of the AoEs that she does. Then there's going to be icons on her body that either tell you that the bait is near or the bait is far. That's the part that determines who's baiting it. We're having the healers bait far, always. We're having the tanks bait close, always. We're having the melees bait close, always. We're having the range bait
And we
far,
just pull.
always.
We just pull.
Yeah, so like the way you were both explaining it, both align. Like it's done
Your
the same
explanation,
way.
it's just a matter of the AoEs are not tied to them.
Can we
Yeah,
just
so-
pull, please?
Anything far should always be the ranged and the healers.
Yeah, like these are both correct, and these are like resolving the
I
mechanics.
think
the same
you're
way.
explaining it different ways.
お前の
It's
魂
complicating each other.
もらい受ける
ウィケッドサンダーがリングに帰ってきました。
The tanks aren't baiting the fars ever.
Yeah.
They'll have to go out to respect the mechanic. But they're not baiting far.
That's not what I was suggesting at all, but okay.
I have no idea what you're discussing at all.
The way you were explaining
sounded
it is,
like.
it
I
is still
was literally not allowed to finish my explanation. I kept getting interrupted each and every time. I don't want to talk about it anymore. We'll just do it the way you're wanting to do it.
in and spread.
Support staying mechanic. Support's out.
Forwards are far to begin close.
Oh, that's hold one in there.
So it's in and out as the order of the AoEs, and the base are far than close than far than close.
I know that. I know that. I don't need that explained.
I'm calling it because that's what's happening in the mechanic right now. I'm doing a raid call. Next will be melee baits, but one of the melees is dead.
Right, I know. Call the police.
Cut 70k auto. Here, pause for a second. I can explain it. We're still having problems with it.
I think for me, it's mostly just positioning at this point I'm struggling with. I get the gist. The where I need to be staying exactly is what I'm struggling with right now.
You can use your waymark.
Yeah, you should be roughly around your waymark every time.
So, like, if it's in just like the inner part of your waymark, or the outer part, or I guess for you it's over here. Ish.
Yeah.
The waymark should be roughly halfway in between the in and out.
So for every in mechanic, the range should basically be on these markers. The 1, 2, 3, 4. And the DPS should be on the boss ring.
It actually depends on the order of the AoEs.
Or DPS and the tanks AoE. This is specifically for in though.
Oh yeah.
Specifically for in, range should always be on 1, 2, 3, 4, and melee should always be on the boss ring. That way no one will accidentally pull a bait, because the melees are a little too far out during the in, and it's pulling range baits. And that way it doesn't matter if it's near or far baits, like close or far, you'll always bait correctly if you're in the right spot.
Oh yeah, when you're I get what you're saying. You're saying like when you go into the donut, you have to move to the boss ring.
Yeah, whenever we go in for the donut, melee should be on the boss ring, and range should be on these 1, 2, 3, 4 markers.
Unless it's not their turn to beat.
No, it doesn't matter. Even if it's in bait, if the melees are in on the boss ring, they'll pull the in bait.
No, I mean for if it's far bait and they need to bait, and it's
If
not
it's
their turn
far
to bait.
if it's far bait and they're on these markers, they're fine.
Yeah, if it's in.
Whichever group is not, if it's in and far bait, the range that's not baiting will have to move further in.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they might get the bait twice, or will bait it early.
And so, just like get closer than what your marker is if it's not your turn.
Yeah.
We
have to
can
move in a little bit further.
we can actually follow what I put. That's the bait. It's a lot of
Where did you post it?
party chat. If it's close far, you just have tanks do the first one, healers do the second one, melee do the third, range do the fourth. If it's the opposite, if it's far close, then change the order for the tanks and healers and the range and melee. So it'd be the healers take the far hit first, tanks take the next one, range take the far hit, and then melees take the close. It'll avoid worrying about what widening and the other one is.
Doc, that is actually what we've been doing.
That is
It's
what
just
I
that.
was trying to explain.
Except it
It's just
doesn't
that
follow widening and narrowing because they're
problem is
random.
We have to adjust how we move slightly, depending on if it's in and out or out and in associated with each pair.
Another simple way, I don't know if we're also doing this, is just by doing it from the waymarks, from the clock spot.
Yes.
Yes.
But
Yes.
if it's in and far bait, you have to move a little bit further in than just link.
Well, if it's in and far bait, everybody else, everybody that's on the Cardinals, which I believe is supposed to be
Thanks and melee.
sports. Yeah, everybody
So-
that's the other people just stand on the inside edge of their clock of their marker.
So
At least it's what it
relatively,
says in
if
the guide.
if it's in and it's far first, that would be me and Valentia. This would be the farthest I think we can go with the donut.
Roughly,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, so
Roughly,
everyone
yeah.
else has to be closer.
Yeah,
Pretty much
Healers,
everyone else
that's
has to move to the boss
the
hitbox.
same, I think, right?
yeah. Yeah, essentially you guys will have to be closest to the boss while me and I feel like just chill in this general area relative to pieces.
Mhm.
And then with the tanks, if it's widening, so if it's out first and then near, so tanks go first.
well-
Like I think,
Yeah, if it's out and
This-
close, the tanks will have to be like roughly here,
Yeah.
and then everyone else will take a step back.
yeah, and it's the same for the melees, and it's the same for the melees as it's for the tanks, and then respectively for the healers and casters slash
Mhm.
fizz. And
So in the
Tara,
end, Doc, we're actually explaining it the same way. I was just covering the fact that the movement is dependent on the cast bar, and then the baits are dependent on a visual on the boss.
There's another
So-
resource that might help. It's a toolbox, so it has like animations.
So I actually have a picture here.
Yeah, it's like I was saying, y'all were both explaining it the same way. Like we're all on the
So
same
this
page.
is roughly the distance. If we're doing it the way it's shown above, when she does the widening witch hunt, the tanks would be just on their marker. Everyone else would be to the edge of their marker.
Right.
Let me get the next slide. So
should we
for
put
the
this in
healers-
Savage? Sorry. Put this in Savage Guides.
No, it's
I'm
fine
pretty
here.
sure that's the same way we've been trying to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just
It
haven't
is.
been doing them. We just haven't been getting there fully cleanly and
Yeah.
As far as I'm basically just showing us like as far as example positioning for healers. For the being the farthest stage, you guys would move just to the inside edge of your marker,
Right.
and we would repeat that as we do it with melees in range. So edge of marker, inner edge of marker, so on and so forth.
Right.
Position.
The thing is, it depends on if it's widening or narrowing, or where we can stand.
I can get another image for that example. Well, actually, that's the thing. If you look at the two images, you would just do that in the reverse. So if it's narrow where we start in first,
Mhm.
in that case, you're just having the tanks do their thing as normal. You would still follow the same plan. So the tanks and the healers would actually go just a little bit further beyond the marker, while everybody stands closer.
Wait, for narrowing?
for
So if
narrowing plus close.
So if it's narrowing and close, just have the people go. The people that are supposed to be baiting go in closer to everybody. Everybody else stands closer to their waymark.
Right.
And when it comes, whenever it switches over to us going out, you would flip that around. So the
Right.
people that at that point everybody is closer to their waymark, and the ranged baiter at that point would be further beyond their waymark.
Mhm.
This is the problem when. Oh wait.
Okay, so it was just
There
what we
is-
had
there is an
explained.
yeah, there is an example for narrowing. Hang on, I got you.
Narrowing plus close.
Hector be fucking yapping. Like this. Oh, make sure we wiggle. Like that. So when we have narrowing and close, people that are baiting, dead at the edge of the boss's hitbox with everybody out closer to the edge of their waymark, like that. And then we do the same thing when it switches us to going out. The people that are baiting, everybody else that's not baiting goes to the outside edge of their waymark, and the other person goes a little bit further from their waymark. But that would be like your example for positioning for both. Hang on, I can actually get one with the how far the range want to be out.
They just
Oh,
go
we
to
already know.
little. You just basically go here.
If his range, I can go as far as I want. It doesn't matter. Run all the way out here.
Yeah. So I just base it on
Here's
stay in
that
your
example.
waymarker generally. Take a few
Yeah.
steps in or out depending on what you need to do.
Yeah,
And
as you
then
can
when it's your turn.
As you can see with the two examples there, it's either whenever it's the narrowing or widening, we do close far. Everybody except for the two people that are baiting are standing on the inside edge of the waymark. Everybody, whenever we move to the outside, everybody moves to the outside edge. The baiting person just moves further, so you can actually use the little cross sections on the ground as your point. Yeah. So for that example, Gel would be able to move out to this cross right here, then go back in.
So it was what we were explaining before.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
So it just go and explaining it in different ways, and that's what's.
No. And I was also just trying to explain like positioning for the things as well. I think that's just where we were getting mixed up.
I think
I
we were
apologize
both
for my
explaining the
effort.
exact same thing in different ways.
That's what I
And the different-
said.
Yeah.
And the
You
different
just-
ways were causing us to misunderstanding each other because we were so focused on our own
And
explanation
that,
that
and
we
if
couldn't
I'm being
understand
honest,
the other person.
Yeah.
That's,
Well, that's
it's
what
also
I was
said.
saying. That's why I was mentioning. I know the like widening or narrowing mechanic doesn't matter to the close far part, but it does matter to like your overall positioning. That's just where I was trying to go with it.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, you were both correct. We were doing it the same way. It's just
That's
each
why
person
that's why when there
explained
was a
some
that's why
parts.
there was a point when we were going in, you were like, oh, this should be range baiting, and I'm thinking, why?
and if I'm
It's
being
like-
honest, sorry, Doc.
No, go ahead.
And if I'm being honest, Car, you were interrupting him a whole lot, and I was just like, no! Let the man finish!
Like the
Let
like
the
the
lava
thing.
finish!
Yeah, like the thing is,
We're
the
halfway
whole-
through raid. Can we go?
like that's the whole thing that I was trying to explain was like the widening and narrowing doesn't affect doesn't affect who goes in and out, but it determines like your overall where you should overall be positioned.
I think I get the like gist of like how to do the mechanic. It's just positioning and then just right
There is a big problem with this group of over talking each other.
If you are struggling on that part, Olympia, I did post those resources that should help.
Yeah, I was
That's not
looking
me.
at those while
That's
y'all were
also not me
talking.
attacking one person. That's everyone.
Yeah, you're essentially
Everyone
abusing the piss out of your way marker here.
Case in point, right then. That's an example.
Bottom.
Back.
Make sure you're slightly left side.
Out spread.
Out north half.
Support doing mechanic.
Forward or baiting. Close. Get far.
Go to your clocks.
Healers first.
In, out, in, out.
Narrowing far. I hard cast when I need to be using my hammer combo. Kill everyone.
Oh, we were doing that the opposite order. So that would have been. Yeah,
I
that
got
would have
In
been.
out, in out with far close.
Yeah, that would have been tank, healer, tank, then healer, melee, then ranged.
What?
That was
No.
far first.
No, it was
It
far
was
first.
far close.
Yeah, it was far
So it would have
close.
been healer, tank, range, melee.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it was fun.
これもエレクトロープの
It's
可
just that it
能
was
性だ
in out at the same time.
Gotcha.
And this is see which one get hit at once.
There's gonna be two that get hit one.
So it was 3 and
See
4.
which half of the arena.
Still
There.
autoing during that? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As
she's
a heads-
autoing pretty much the entire time.
As a heads up for that, the only squares that you have to pay attention to are the ones that get hit once, and then one of them is going to get eliminated by the sidewise cleave. So,
So I will say, like,
I do have to say, sometimes it feels like you explain things that we had just explained.
let's just go.
Or
Before I
explain
make you
them
only two more
in an
pickups.
overly complicated way.
how was that overly complicated?
I wouldn't say that was
Guys, let's
overly
just drop in and keep moving.
Everyone shut up and do the fight.
お前が魂もらい受ける
You can argue about that after.
Doesn't matter, no one cares.
変幻自在翼がなければ作ればいい
Inside.
Huh?
in bottom half. Rip.
Support mechanic.
Ports far. Get close. Narrowing far.
Cursed.
It's going to be the fringe pattern again. Make sure everyone except for healers are against the boss hitbox right now. Tanks, make sure you're closer, but also out. Range, make sure you're furthest, but also in. Melees, make sure you're closest, but also out.
What do you got?
I got Alencia.
I was a little late running out on that last one, but
I
that,
think I got clipped by gels there. And I ended up not getting another bait, but I did get clipped because I had an elusive film.
これもエレクトロープの可能性
Cardinal
だ
one. Cheer on a cardinal and not like the boss hitbox, but like that's it. Uh, 2 and 4.
Two is safe.
Like stack.
And its partner.
Those were overlapped.
Be on the corner instead of like.
Yeah, you can't be on the inner corner like that when it's partner stacks. Then it
I got
fucks
Ty.
second group.
Okay. Okay.
You have to be like at her flank in that instance.
I didn't know.
これでどうだ
So there's 2. You need to be in clock spots now.
Too late.
I got hit twice. I got hit 4 times, I'm dead.
I got hit 4 times, it's over.
Shorts go to B. Short debuffs go to B. 2s go to...
Need to.
I think
It's long to be, isn't it? Or no?
Yeah.
Oh,
That was long to be.
my bad. Bad call. It was gonna turn into a wipe anyway because people's body, I'm pretty sure, still go off.
I know what I did wrong, Chris. I'm sorry.
I was trying to tell you. I got hit by like 3 AoEs.
I know. I was like, wait, what is he talking about? Then I look at myself and I'm like, oh shit! Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Mhm.
Knock food checks.
I'm right side of the anchor. Wait. Where is my position for the anchor?
It depends on how many times you get hit.
Oh
But,
yeah,
it's,
okay.
Like,
For the
What's,
long.
You're going to be the short lungs go to the like
The curved.
the top part of it,
Or-
and or not the 2 hit ones go to the like top part of it on the left and right side, and then the 3 hit people go to the bottom corners.
supports are always on the left side relative to the pattern, yes, on the right side relative to the pattern.
But it's like an upside down anchor, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
you're literally.
Okay.
It's literally an
Oriental-
anchor.
Orient, so the anchor is normal, and that's your new north.
So 2 is curved.
The longs will always go to the top of the anchor. The long
Yeah.
3s.
So for example, let's say that it was E north like it was that time. So the long diva people will go there. The person who got hit with 2 lasers, they'll stand roughly here. With your DPS. Your DPS I'm talking about. It'll be roughly here.
Okay, if B was like that pattern was B, it'd be out near B. The 2 marked people would be in line with 2 and 3 at the wall, and then the 3 marked would be the opposite corners, at
Yeah.
the 1 and 4 corners.
They'll be like all the way back here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The easiest way to locate your position is just find our new north. If it's
Yeah.
B in that situation, you're going to be either down into this side if you only got hit twice, or you're all the way away from them.
Yeah.
That's the
Because you
easiest way to
That's what I said.
justify that.
2
If you get
curved.
hit twice, you will affect the adjacent squares. And
north-
if you get hit 3 times, you will hit 2 adjacent squares in a 5x5 pattern.
And it's north, the new north, the top or the bottom of the anchor.
Bottom.
Top. It's where the open space where the people without that aren't active yet.
Yeah, that's why it's figured it's rough thought, but I wanted to make sure.
Is
Yeah,
wait.
that centered
In-
safe spot on one side is the new north.
In Minecraft terms, the 2s affect a 2x2, the 3s affect a 2x3.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, no matter how you rotate the anchor, those are your points.
Towards the left.
恨みはないがお前の魂もらい受ける。
ウィケッドサンダーがリングに帰ってきました。
変幻自在。翼がなければ作ればいい。
エレクトロープが大きな翼になんと
Bottom
神
safe.
々しい。
In and spread.
Up. It's DPS mechanic.
挑戦者がダウン。
DPS out.
Far. Probably dead. Oh my god, I live.
I
Oh.
healed you as I died.
In, out, in, out.
Narrowing far.
Both healers
Healers
are
waiting
dead.
first.
They're dead.
This is probably just going to turn into white, but it would be healers baiting first on their one.
Okay.
That's over.
I baited in the right spot.
Okay.
Just
I
at the
see
wrong
that.
time.
I can actually call that.
Okay, on that pull, I just simply forgot to look to the right and see whether it was up or down.
Do not get shot in the face by a cannon.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's essentially what that boils down to.
Yeah, I keep
now
doing
I'm
that
going
too.
Look right, left, look right. Do you see a cannon? Yes. Then move.
I can simply.
I feel like she's like wanted to be a sailor or something like that because her fucking patterns in with an anchor and she uses a lot of cannons.
Oh my god, it's now made that connection.
Pirate Wicked Thunder is born.
変幻自在翼がなければ作ればいい
エレクトロープが大きな翼になんと神々しい挑戦者がダウン立ち上がれ
That's
る
not
か
good.
In
In and spread. Bottom
bottom
half.
half.
I got him.
Oh, it's too far down. And it is DPS far.
挑戦者なんとか立ち上がった
Widen close.
Out close.
And do tanks first. Make sure everyone is slightly further than the flamer.
I'll do the healer bait.
Everything.
立ち
Far.
上がっただが挑戦者はピンチ
It was close. Ranged far.
おっと挑戦者ここでダウン
Heads
I
up.
got Chris.
You're dead.
Oh, we're not
Didn't die.
dead.
I had rep, I had missionary, and I bubbled both healers. You're fine.
これもエレクトロープの可能性だ
Cardinals.
Left right edge. Make sure you root through Cardinal.
And
I'm here.
エーテルを集積させている何が起こる
Yeah.
でしょ
Two
う
1 and 3.
3.
Partners.
partners.
Nice, well done.
Tankbuster.
Uh,
Have fun, boys.
Bye.
Spots after that.
Goodbye.
Ending it on my terms.
You should be holding it. It's worth it to hold there.
I thought aggro was taken back at that point. I wasn't
Freudian
expecting
way.
it to take off.
これでどうだ
Be standard class mod.
Anna, Zelda, and Jell are all along.
I only
Oh,
died
I'm
saying
dead
it on my
twice.
terms.
I died due to fucking tank busters.
Oh, I
I'm not
took-
at fault.
I took 4 of them. It's over.
Oh yeah, that just hit the
that-
entire arena.
Tara, that death was
I'm at the top of
spectacular.
it. I still got hit by the dead bodies.
Oh yeah, if you get it towards it turns into a white great white. And the dead
Hey,
bodies
look,
do
it's-
explode.
It's light rampant all over again.
Just to make sure I'm understanding anchor positions right, if you're a 3, you're on like the outer edge, and if you're 2, you're inside, or is it?
Yes.
恨みはないがお前の
You're
魂
always going to be
も
at
ら
an
い受
edge,
ける
but if you're it, the times you need to be all the way at the bottom as well as the side.
People hit 3 times are at like the far corners.
Alright, that was like off the what I said then, but
People hit 2 times, do a small space around them. People hit 3 times, do a big.
翼がなければ作ればいい
It's the long timers who go to the bottom or top of the anchor.
You
Bottom.
go to the top of the anchor.
Top half.
Pile.
Oh, the longest top.
Depends on how you look at the anchor.
Red.
And spread. Bottom.
And
Huh?
almost top that end. And it's going to
Support
be
out.
Support spar. Support spar.
One.
Widening and far, this
Far
is the
out.
easier pattern.
So healer's out.
If you're not baiting right now, you should be on your wingmark slightly past it. Very, very, very slightly past it. Thanks, bait.
Closest.
Range
Range
bait.
furthest.
And then you might have been too close to bait.
Yeah, probably.
Melee's closeness.
That's all the res is dead.
My death didn't cause that, right?
As far as the deaths that
You
were
already-
on my side of the
You
arena,
did your bait
I
already,
was-
so you were fine.
I was the
Okay.
closest person to that, and somebody still died next to me. That is not my fault.
Yeah, that was me that died.
Listen,
shift
I
slightly
did
away
what
from
I was
levitating.
supposed to do.
The baits are really big, shift very slightly. You might get hit.
And you
Yeah.
laugh at that, but I did what I was supposed to do. I was the closest person
Yeah,
to them.
so-
If you get too close to me,
Well,
that's your
make
problem.
sure.
I died to Ty.
Please.
That was
You didn't die to me. That was the melee one last. You died to the melee last, not mine.
I
Oh.
died to the tank one. I died to the second one. I took mine, then I died.
Yes, looks like you got served by the tank one. You were just slightly too close.
Yeah, I wanted
in
to
that
get
in,
Ty
in
on.
that case, like stack with the melees a bit more.
Yeah, you can move a little bit closer to the melees for that bait.
And when the
then
melees do theirs, you can stack on the tanks.
Okay, fair. Okay. Noted.
Because
Just
we're safe.
The AoEs are big.
Mhm.
So
Like-
essentially, hug Ty or hug Kara. Okay, I'm okay with that.
Pretty much.
Let's go before I charge you all another Mokeka.
I mean, I'm not really sure what else could be said there.
恨みはないがお前の
Like you just
魂
have to
は
follow
もらい
who's
受
turn
け
and where they should be.
I mean, say wide tank or wide healer. It's not like it doesn't alternate.
Are you calling me fat?
I am a
Yes.
wide tank.
We are in fact calling you that.
And just say like healers
Well, I mean, it's not
far,
inaccurate.
range far, melee close, tank close.
変幻自在
I was trying to do that.
翼がなければ作ればいい
Could be like could be like out far. Could be like out far, out near, in far, in near.
I think it's important to say who's baiting when. Full lives.
In top half spread,
Support do mechanic. Or far.
or baiting bar.
Out close, in far, out close, in far.
Tanks first.
Melees. Range.
Nice, well done.
Yay!
Successfully
Great
did the
success.
entire mechanic.
Oh, that's good. Can I
I hope you like would you like another rapid juice? No? Think fat shit ass.
The good news is Kenheim lasts for all of that, so I'm happy.
これもエレクトロークの可能性だ
Like I said, the actual hits from these don't do that much, but it's better to not make the healers do.
I've had their pass.
2 4.
2 and 4.
4. Red.
Probably
Look at it in headlocks there, bud. So actually been the better way to handle that.
I'll get tied.
Alright, I stood there because I thought we were
I'll
swapping
handle
spots.
Zelda.
I had my puddle down, I wouldn't have been inside of it.
You've been even to see.
I didn't Benny.
I noticed.
not
I noticed.
That's a 2-hit. Knock spot.
Clock spots now. Clock now. Normal clock spot.
これでどうだ
I would like
There you go.
2, 3, 4. Lightning cage. Alright, go to your spots, fuckers.
DPS go into the crux of it.
Okay.
The tanks were with Buddy, with the
Valentia killed everyone.
Alright, it goes wrong.
I need to be south.
Zelda, Ty. This is not where you're supposed to be. You were short.
I had a long
The
timer.
Are we doing support?
I was wrong.
Go west.
Supports are left.
Okay.
Yeah, sports.
Might have
You were in the
been
right
close.
spot.
It might be close.
I went to the wrong spot.
Because Valentia was
okay, I
in
know
the
you
wrong
wanna
spot.
It left from New North, right?
Yes.
And make sure you're like all the way at the wall.
Yeah.
Right, it's 2 supports. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to make sure, north is where the long timers are.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the relative north.
ウィケットサンダーがリングに帰ってきました
That one was supports wrong, right?
No, that
no,
one
it's
is.
always it's 2 of each.
It's 2 and
Oh,
2.
it's maybe-
It's,
okay,
it's
okay,
essentially like 2 light parties, essentially.
Uh,
okay.
Whoa.
You need to
I forgot to pop Temperance.
We have nothing.
You have basically nothing.
Everyone.
I went to
Yeah.
go hit
Everyone.
one of my. I went to go hit a button and I just got fucking deleted.
My opener's too busy to admit that.
Like I literally
Same.
hit
I have
a
a spot
button
for
as
one
I was
hit,
hitting
yeah.
a button. My character died.
You can add all
Not
that. That'd be a good
joke
spot.
me.
for it.
Yeah, I've
Can't.
I just forgot
お
there.
前の魂もらい受ける
Yeah, if it's in the middle of my opener, I can't rep that. I've got way
That's
too much
fine.
going on to rep.
There.
At least it's not a gunbreaker and a dark knight. Otherwise, they'd be dick measuring right now.
変幻自在翼がなければ作ればいい
I have a lot of shit in my opener. So do I. How
Yeah,
much?
they're just a glorified DPS. They're not a
Top
tank.
half.
In spread.
Bottom half.
Bottom half.
support mechanic. Sports close.
Support mechanic. Okay. I guess not.
I want to use the spot close.
Tanks first.
These first they'd be in. Closer.
It's
How
widening.
close in far?
It's
How
widening.
close in far? I have no fucking clue where I am.
The other half of the arena,
Oh,
please.
it wasn't my turn. Oh, it's my turn. I'm gonna die.
But you did the mechanic right for that part.
Alright.
I'm not resing all of them.
Zap.
Taking autos, but she's not autoing. She's just doing rapid boost. 180k of damage unmitigated.
Those
Yeah, we need to clear up comms for that because Witch Hunt is an annoying mechanic if you can't read it.
恨みはないがお前の魂もらい受け
I
る
mean, I've been trying to call
I,
out.
I will say, if you can read it, try and focus on just one.
Problem is, several people are trying to call it at the same time.
変幻自在
I don't
翼がな
need
け
the
れば
call out
作ればいい
for range, so you can just do call out for support if they need it.
Bottom half.
They just
In spread.
Top half.
Top half.
DPS doing mechanic. Bar. DPS or bar.
In close, out far. In close, out far.
This is a good version of
Tanks,
Yeah.
healers, melees, range.
ち上がっただが挑戦者はピンチ
Beta going back. We were
お
missing.
っと挑戦者ここでダウン
I need to clear that. I gotta go help my roommate really quick. 5 minutes.
Okay.
Remember on the in close,
Or
just make
my
sure that
neighbor,
you're at
not my
the
roommate.
corner of your waymarks. I think I saw somebody running next to me. Get splattered. Your tanks are Gunbreaker, Dark Knight, not Sierra. All right, so so what you're saying is that your tanks have the dig measuring contest on occasion then, on who uses what during their opener.
Zelda, would it help you if the callout was just like tank or healer first and then in or out? Okay.
I mean, I can just call out the first part of it, like if it's an in close or an out close.
Yeah.
Oh hey, I finally got the deadline invite that everyone has been getting slowly.
Yeah, I got one from a friend earlier today as well.
I've been wanting to try it if only because I need to know after
Yeah.
The Verge got banned from playing it for leaking it.
I watched a friend play it yesterday, like they streamed it, and it's basically like think Smite but made by Valve.
So Smite but good.
Yeah, essentially. Pretty much. It looked fun.
No, there's only two things you really need to Zelda for Witch Hunt. I don't know if that'll help, knowing just the two things you need to look for.
Yeah, we're gonna simplify the call out, so it should help.
Because like I said, the way that I can call it is whether it's a healer first or a tank first, depending on which one it is.
And then if it's widening or narrowing is in or out. So you can
She's doing the boss tell at the same time.
yeah, you can look at the boss tell first just to see which one happens first, because the cast for wide and narrow is so long.
They all the thing that you one of the things that might help you out a little bit, Zelda, is what helps me. Is whatever she starts with, it's just gonna alternate from there. So, you know, if she starts with close, you know, the next one's gonna be far, and it's just gonna repeat.
Yeah, I think what he's saying is that he misses the first part of the tell.
Yeah, that's what I'll call out for. I'll call out both. Like if you hear me say close in, that means that it's the in out, and it's also the narrowing. So it covers both mechanics for you right there.
You're fine, Zelda.
You're fine, dude. This is the thing. As a tank, there's a lot of shit that you have to pay attention to, while also keeping yourself from hitting the ground.
Oh yeah, I would definitely say look at the boss first, because that's the more important part with how long the cast is.
So apparently, somebody in WoW decided to harass the fuck out of people by using Moonguard. I don't know what that is. Apparently, though, it gives like a regen to everybody that's around you and causes immense lag.
I'm gonna be honest, when I heard Moonguard, my mind immediately jumped to the server. It's like
Causing PTSD and not even play the fucking game.
If you know what moon, if you know, you know.
Here you go, Lenka. I'll put this in Lucre Lens for you and everybody else to enjoy.
Yeah, since she jumps north almost immediately into the fight, pulling north is fine.
Yeah, like if you can actually pull her all the way to the wall, that way there's like no delay in the jump.
Wherever you can get her. It's fine.
Yeah, no. See, as soon as you pulled her north, I fucking was happy on the inside because you and I watched the same video.
Of fucking course he does it at the Goldshire Inn.
What better place to put it?
All the degenerate, yeah. Put it with all the degenerate filth. Because if you're on Moonguard, if you're at the Goldshire Inn on Moonguard, you are automatically degenerate filth.
I wouldn't know. I'm say so.
I am not a WoW player, so these are funny words, Magic Man.
So basically,
Also true.
WoW has, for
Good
context,
check, by the way.
Goldshire
I know
is
what
one of the
what
starting-
Goldshire is. I know what it is. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
Moon-
completely dumb.
Moonguard is notorious for being the
It's
Goldshire.
the Balmum. It's the Balmum.
Yeah. Goldshire
It's
on the
Balmum.
Moonguard server is notorious for being a big ERP hub.
Yeah,
That's all you need to
Balmum
know.
chickens. Yeah, I knew that much. Everything else is funny words, Magic Man.
I was gonna say something to Zelda, but he went away already.
I'm just looking at my cute bum boy.
You're looking at what now?
My buns.
I just want food.
No. Wait, Jill, are you you said you're a male bun?
Yeah.
I hadn't even noticed. I just saw the ears and assumed it was the female bun.
Wow.
You hadn't noticed that they were like a foot shorter than the other two?
Dude, I don't look that fucking closely at my own character, man.
Look, Doc.
Meanwhile, I look at myself in the mirror all the time.
Look at how tall I am compared to Alencia.
Oh gosh.
What about me?
She's a tall button.
You guys want to know the most terrifying thing about most races?
What?
So, and I'll use you as an example. You're
No!
standing right next to me. Jump.
The jump
Jump
height
higher
goes
than
the
me?
same,
No,
yeah.
no. Notice how notice her height there. When I jump, I ascend way too fucking high for normal.
Yeah, it's the hitboxes are the same, they just have to adjust the character model to make up for it.
Like it's
That's
fucking
why-
terrifying.
That's why when
Okay,
Rose
together.
and Hrothgar jump, they look like they're barely leaving the ground because they're so much bigger.
Yeah.
Aren't we waiting
Yeah.
for Chris?
Hurry.
Anna, food.
Is Chris
You have
back?
a minute left.
Oh, Chris is
Oh,
helping
he's
his
already
roommate.
okay, guys, with the
Oh,
stories.
true. I'm waiting for it to back.
I'm also short compared to Zelda. My ears
you're
reach
playing-
the top of their head.
You are playing the only race where the guys are smaller.
Yeah. Because they're cute.
Once we get through Electro Bed 1, the rest of it actually kind of simplifies itself out a little bit. Electro Edge 2 is actually one of the pain points.
Honestly, EE2 looks easier. People are just bad at it.
E2's the anchor, right?
Well,
No,
yeah.
EE1 is the anchor.
No, the way that EE2 works is you get a short timer and a long timer. If you get a long timer though, you just assume that you're getting hit twice.
Oh, it's that mechanic. Gotcha.
Well, you
Yep, yep.
just add if you have a long timer, you just add a 1 to your
Yeah.
account by default.
Mm. I still like the fun fact about the Viera, where their ears are determined by their skin color and their lip color.
Yeah, when you look at when we go through Electro Edge 2, 4 players will have 3, 4 players will have 2.
You know, if we include the ears, we're the same
Actually,
height.
Electro Edge 2 is actually the anchor one.
I made my character what I think would be hot. So there's that.
I have my ult. I've got my ults for that, and whenever I faint, it's a female Highlander.
Yeah. Or I think there was a slight miscommunication there. Electro Edge 2 is the one with the anchor.
Huh?
Electro Edge 2 is the one with the anchor.
They both have an anchor. You sure?
Mm-hmm. Electro Edge 1 has the boxes.
The AoEs make an anchor.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That's Electro Edge 2.
That's Electro Edge 1.
Not getting into this. We're not even there.
I'm confused. Which one is Electro Edge 1 if it's not the one with the AoEs?
The partners will spread in the safe corner. It's one.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Electro Edge 1 is where she's firing into the corners.
I forgot that was Electro Edge.
Yeah, I did too.
That's why I'm looking right at the video and I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about?
I just straight up forgot that Electro Edge 1 was not only early but also like really.
Yeah, both Electro Edges are really fucking early, which honestly, that part is not difficult, but it's one of those mechanics that as you look at it, you're just kind of like, The mechanic after is one that worries me. And that's Ion Cluster.
Is that the one where like in our soft spots or?
Ion Cluster is the one where we each get a blue or a yellow debuff with 3 stacks on it.
Oh, that one's
and we
easy.
have to get hit by the opposite. It's more. I understand that the problem that I'm looking at is more so positioning. That's why I actually posted the DN strat for that, which actually works out well. You're essentially you essentially have set people stand on set spots.
So the one from the Hector guide?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Are those boss relative, or are they going to be set
relative to the? It's relative to the side that she jumps to, I think.
Okay,
but
so in or out.
No matter what, the people that have the purple debuff just stand on either this box, this square here, or the one up there, closest to the B marker. So either here or that box up there. And then we have the DPS that have the debuffs where they have to hug each other. Stand on this little rivet.
Oh yeah. Do we want to just reinforce right now?
We can.
Let's take Chris with us.
Yeah.
You want day or night?
Vote abandoned to make sure that Chris leaves.
Red is day, yellow is night.
What?
Yeah. If we do those positionings, it just makes it simple and easy. Because after this fight actually doesn't have all that much to it. I'm gonna be honest. Because after Ion Cluster, because we're only up to, I think we're currently floundering with Electro Edge 2. After Electro Edge 2 is Ion Cluster. After Ion Cluster is Intermission. Yeah, it's her. She does her witching flight bullshit at the beginning. The in-out witch hunt mechanic, Electro Edge 1, Electro Edge 2, Time Cluster intermission, and we go into her phase 2 bullshit.
When
I think the
is
big hard part of phase 2.
Twilight Sabbath or Midnight Sabbath, I think.
The one with the towers and the baited points.
Oh, that's further. That's further on. Then it's Sunrise.
Yeah, Sunrise is the fall. What I've heard.
Hannah needs tea?
I need
Oh, are we
Jesus.
going into the Epic of Alexander right now?
Yes.
Yo, big.
Wait,
We're
are we
going
doing,
to tea on
are we doing
Social
uptime
Stage.
auto? Are we doing uptime AutoCAD?
Auto.
Uptime AutoCAD.
Or that's during Sunrise.
I
So
have
that's
no
much
idea what that
later.
means.
Apparently they just make it to where you stand in just in a specific spot, and then you never get
Back,
Welcome
back
back.
for now.
Oh,
Well, we only have 45 minutes left,
Yeah.
so let's get back in.
They're moving out the people that live above me. I'm like really good friends with them.
Well, there's an issue.
mm.
I didn't know they were moving out until right now.
Yeah,
Just
Twilight
wondering-
Sabbath and Midnight Sabbath flow into each other perfectly, and then we have Chain Lightning, which is 8 hours.
You guys not noticed yet?
Huh?
Notice
Doc,
what?
You
Oh,
mean,
damn
Doc?
it.
I was asking you if you're gonna load us back in.
I'm not the
It's
one.
Chris.
I thought you said you guys haven't noticed yet. I was
Oh.
like, noticed what?
That I left? Well, I got kicked, to be fair.
Got kicked by who?
Kicked?
I wasn't even here.
What?
Time out. Bro,
Huh?
I'm so confused.
She's saying she
what's
timed out of
happening.
the raid.
What do you
me too.
mean?
I mean, we did a vote abandon,
Yeah.
so anyone who didn't leave was forced to leave.
Yeah.
What?
dude,
I'm so confused.
Oh, I forgot some credit. Not do that.
裏にはないがお前の魂もらい受ける
Yeah?
ウィケッドサンダーがリングに帰ってきました
Didn't have these nuts in his head. Got him. You guys want me to put the feint on the first one or the second one here?
変幻自在翼がなけ
Maybe
れば
on.
作ればいい
I feel like we already have a lot of mitigation on the first one.
I mean, maybe on.
エクトローフが
Panic
大
about
き
to
な
come up.
翼になん
Because those are physical.
Huh.
Top half.
Out. Red.
Top half.
DPS mechanic.
挑戦者がダウン
DPS in.
Yes, close. Or spar.
Get away from me. Get away from me.
Yeah, the witch hunt dives are
Out close. So tanks first.
make sure you're on the way mark.
挑戦者なんとか立ち上がった
In. Out close.
おっと挑戦者ここでダウン
Just for that, for the range, I know you guys probably already know. We'll be at the edge of our waymark. You guys will be further in on your waymark.
Wait, for what?
If it's the out close part.
Ura にはないがお前の魂
Yeah,
も
feels
らい受ける
That's when there's always some voice line at the start of PAs. We can already feel that.
Big AoE. Which one did you say that you would were better on?
Which one? The dives are physical. They do a lot of damage.
Okay.
翼がなければ作ればいい
If one needs wings, one needs to make them. Bottom half.
Stupid cat is knocking on my door.
Out bottom half. Red.
Support mechanic.
Far. Fourth are going far. Fourth are going far.
In far, out close.
Healers in.
Healers first.
We're way too close to me.
I think I got clipped by you.
You shouldn't have, because it wasn't my turn yet.
You got clipped by a mage.
You got clipped by a tank.
Remember to shift away from whoever's baiting. It helps.
Didn't really have to be shifting that far.
It doesn't need to be far, but it helps.
Three.
One, buddies.
Tank buster, the single.
Opening after the second one.
Ooh.
The mechanic.
Rodian.
Make sure you're on your clock
これ
spot.
でどうだ
Two, three.
Please don't count yourself.
I was counting the number of AoEs, but okay.
And I need to be hugging the edge right here.
In the box. Sideways.
Sideways spark.
Buddies. Where's my buddy?
There's my
Oh,
buddy.
yeah.
I was down there. I was not expecting that.
And then
Well, yeah,
anchor.
we're group 2, so we're more relative south.
Gotcha.
I wasn't gonna go up into that clusterfuck with like 6 people. I'm planting my feet. I ain't going up there.
Give me
So,
1 sec. I need to look at that.
Don't pull.
because that
what,
one.
what matters on that mechanic is the people that had a long 3 just need somebody to stack with.
You just gotta get to your buddy in time. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Your buddy will actually be different from normal on that one because it's not guaranteed that your buddy will always have something.
Yeah, you just have to look at who has the timers, and they have to be stuck with someone without a timer.
Like there is an
Doesn't matter
example in the Hector guide where it's the main tank, healer 1, M2, and R1, which technically you should be able to still go to your buddy. In that scenario, like it would be me and Zelda, you and Ty, so on and so forth, but it's not always like that.
Oh, it's just based off doesn't.
There's also the alternate one where it's like the tank north, the healer south, melee center, melee side. And you just. It
Yeah, for the
depends on how you
pairs-
want to do it.
Yeah, I just saw how the pairs work for that one.
I mean, it
Yeah,
can
it's
be
not
both
mine
tanks
really.
long or both tanks short. That's
No,
Yep.
it can't.
No.
I got it.
No.
Can it? It's
Literally
two
happened
support.
to-
Yeah.
It can.
It's
It's just 2
literally
supports and 2 DPS. Is all the only criteria.
This
Yeah,
if it
use
is
this image.
yeah, there is a version of it where it's a spread.
Yeah, that's the stack one. The
Well, you can probably
TH can
just
be
go
like
for it.
the TH can be like double tank or double heal. Let's just be wary of that.
I don't think it matters if you were you're with someone who doesn't have a debuff though. I think it's just normal partners.
It said it matters when you watch the strat video.
Yeah, you have to be with somebody that has a. It has to be a person with no stacks stacked with somebody that does have a stack.
Yeah, so like if me and Kara both have a stack and we stack together, we're dead.
The tell for that is also the orbs that are floating around her. If she has 4 big orbs, it's a stack. If it's 8 orbs, it's a spread, and then that means you don't have to be with a person that has the thing. So the thing will just go off. But if it's a stack, it has to be person with one without one.
Do we want to try and get there again?
Yeah.
Oh!
There's the spread pattern image, just as a reference.
Are we gonna do that boss relative or true car? Because she might swipe either side.
I think she faces north naturally, so I think it'd be true north again.
That one I'm not sure.
I think she faces north for the sidewinder. But don't quote me on that.
I think in the Hector guide she just force faces south. I'd have to go back and double check it.
翼がなければ作ればいい
Watch it, I guess.
エレクトロープが大きな翼になんと
Top half.
Everything's plugged up to the action pressure.
I got Kara.
Inside.
Up.
Top half.
Support mechanic.
Sports
Sports
deep
bar.
close. Sports bar.
Hey.
Oh, wait, what? I heard someone say supports in, someone said supports away.
Talk miscalled.
I'm just
It
gonna
was
wall.
sports
It's
bar
gonna be
'cause it's
messy.
Just. We also had one DPS dead for that, so.
Oh yeah, one of them would have gone wild.
Yep. So, wild charge.
But there's always 4.
Yeah.
Okay, I need a repair. Where are you, Kai?
Something. Okay,
Did you want to repair me, Kara?
I mean, do you need a repair?
I'm at like 50%.
I'm at 10%. 4% actually.
Yeah, at least 2 things were below 10%.
Paint your pictures.
恨みはないがお前の魂もらい受ける
You can't have it, it's mine.
I should have let my cat in while we were taking a short break. Oops.
Oh, is your cat now being annoying outside your room?
He is banging on my door.
翼がなければ
Oh
作
yeah,
れ
being
ばいい
annoying outside your room.
Bottom.
Do you have noodles? I'm like, I haven't had noodles.
Outside.
Bottom.
Bottom.
Support
That's not
mechanic.
open.
Support's in.
Oh, Zelda's gonna die because of me. Rosebud. In close.
And it's the tank mechanic.
That's tanks first.
Alright, tank's in.
Anna?
But things first.
Healer standing with me.
Melees. Range.
I'll go stand in Narnia for you. Alright.
Both of them got
This.
murdered.
This,
I think we're about to explode, yeah.
I'm just gonna.
No. I resent that statement, Kara. I resent that statement. Murder implies that it was intentional. He walked into it.
It was manslaughter.
No, it was suicide.
That's literally manslaughter.
I was standing in the thing. He ran in front of me.
It was
Why am I
vehicular
responsible?
It was vehicular manslaughter.
That's not vehicular.
I don't think that's how that works.
Manslaughter is causing the death of someone unintentionally.
Okay, but what if they cause it by running into, like, somebody jumps out in front of your car?
someone jumped in front of my car.
Somebody forgot to press the button.
Okay,
We
we're
were
gonna
missing at
stop
least two
talking
things.
there.
Yeah, can we not? I think we should probably not have conversations at the start.
One moment, let me let the cat in.
Just post more pictures of your cat.
Also, a fun thing about my one of my brother's cats, because I went over to see him today. If the cat wants to be picked up, if he wants uppies, he will let you know that he wants uppies.
What?
He will extend his entire body up and like touch towards your stomach.
Oh, I
Basically
see.
basically saying, let it pick me up.
So for the halfway point of a life close to edge 2, it's the people who, if it's the partners, it's based off of who had the short time, or the part, or like the ones that had a CIC. Because I'm seeing a tank healer paired and a melee and range paired, and it's like that normally wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Go back.
I feel it.
Go.
The cat is here.
Should
Yeah,
post
just
more pictures
remember-
of the cat at some point.
Just
I
gotta
have
make
an
sure that you
email.
remember the orbs there.
There, I have an emote of my cat.
Amazing. I have an emote of my cat too.
Is that an actual photo of your cat?
Yes?
Emote.
Yeah.
Is your cat's name Toes?
Yes.
What?
Unusual cat name.
We didn't name him.
You wanna know what would actually make the name better? They're a polydactyl.
He is.
That explains the name. It makes sense. It is perfect. There is no why.
Yeah, toes.
There you
Simple
go.
as.
There's an emote of my cat. Or one of my cats, I should say.
翼がなければ作ればいい。
That is. Well, that is bottom. Inside, bottom.
In spread, bottom half.
Support mechanic.
Supports close. What?
Said supports close.
Yeah, you were already running the wrong way.
Healers first.
So go to shit.
The thing is, like, if you're already running the wrong way, let me die for the sin.
I was
Let
supposed
me
to be
die for the
closer
sin,
to
don't
the
kill
boss
three of
than
us.
you.
Yes, and you were already running far. That's
Uh,
my point. I would have died. I was already going to
Doc?
die.
Doc, you should be the correct one and let the other person kill you both instead of sacrificing. That's my opinion.
The
True.
point you are all missing is he was already going the wrong way. So I was just gonna say fuck
I
it
realized
and kill
I
myself.
had enough time to adjust, and I was trying to adjust.
Alright, let's keep going.
Yeah,
I
Happy
think
to be
you
friends.
shouldn't kill yourself. You should do it correctly.
Yeah.
And if you die because of that, then it's not your
裏
fault.
にはないが
Yeah, that's what I do.
もらい受ける
People stand on me when they shouldn't and they die, that's their problem, not mine.
Exactly.
The Dominican dad, exactly.
Oh gosh.
変幻
That way, if people get angry at me for killing them, I say do the mechanic properly.
エレクトロープが大きな翼になんと神々しい
I'm surprised I didn't hit me.
Insert spread. Oh,
Okay.
Support.
Port's doing the mechanic.
Close.
Close.
That's wide. And
Widening close. So tanks first.
Things first and out, right?
yeah.
out
Yeah.
close.
Things first.
挑戦者はピンチ
And that's up.
Alright.
On the second part is some
挑戦者なんとか立ち上がった
I'll miss that range.
これもエレクトロ
That is
スの
healing
可能
Cardinals.
性だ
エーテルを集積させている何が起こるのでしょう
Three buddies.
Fine. Never mind, okay, I
saved
only killed
me.
myself.
挑戦者こ
It's
こ
fine.
I got
I
him.
die from my mistakes.
You didn't kill your buddy, and that's what really matters.
My
Yeah.
days on cooldown. He's on
Don't
dog
need
when
it.
first fine.
I don't need it.
これでどうだ
Fuck the Benny.
Mr. Zelda. It also probably doesn't.
Benny is not as crucial as people make it out to be. I pay attention to what I want.
I was 3.
So was I.
Partners.
Olympia, you were long.
Supposed to be.
Oh wait.
You need to be with anyone
Ah,
at all.
Yeah.
Anyone who has the
Yeah, I
debuff.
completely
Three
forgot about.
stack spread. Three
I
stack
forget-
spread. Three stack
Ah,
spread.
I completely forgot about short and long there.
Anna.
No, Anna was right. I was wrong.
No,
I was
the
like
end.
so-
She murdered me and Kyle.
I was
I
so
don't
focused
think
on the
you-
fact that I had 3 that I forgot.
So the thing is, it can be DPS stacked.
裏にはないが
You just need to make sure that there's one person with the orbs around their body and one person
ウィケッ
without.
トサンダーがリングに帰ってきました
Because the stack there will target whoever
There is
whoever
an
still has
easy.
the debuff.
There is an easy way to try and handle
変幻自
spread.
在
You just do it
翼
as
がなければつけれ
range
ば
on
い
the
い
edges.
Right. Like the spread? We're talking about the stack, aren't we?
Middle, bottom. Out.
Bottom half.
How much damage there's.
It's
DPS
DPS out.
DPS in.
What?
DPS are far.
DPS bar.
I couldn't tell because somebody keeps standing on me.
You have to look at what's on the bomb.
なんと挑戦者がリングアウトだ
Hey.
Oh no, she's going crazy.
Such a beautiful day.
恨みはないが
Gone
お
mad.
前の魂もらい受ける
You not be mad.
I can actually mid disable on Bard. And on
All I can do is give a heal.
翼がな
Yeah,
けれ
that's
ば
not
作れ
feeling
ばいい
too.
I'm the third
The
healer.
DPS.
What the front? And
Spread.
Top.
Not fast.
top.
The DPS. DPS in.
Change places!
In close, out far.
Right. Tanks.
Tanks first.
Okay. I love feature on this, so I don't want to get past me.
Out.
Right.
Gel.
What? I'm fine. I'm just gonna die. It's fine.
You should stay on your way mark for that.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I forget that you're melee.
Need some help with mitting.
Troubadour dead.
I
Actually, Troubadour both.
I have
get Joe.
missionary and rep on it if I
Cardinals.
Means you can missionary both.
I'm gonna hang out down here with y'all.
Yeah, you just have to use it a little early.
Yeah.
Well, I can't do the first. My open is too busy.
Yeah.
Just do it on your first team.
B, spread.
Lay down.
I figured out how to. Sorry, I figured out how to place myself for that, so that, like how to do my
Dummy,
rotation
dummy.
there, so that I can actually move off of it.
I'm not resing this. Let's go. It was already coming after me.
I can go to those corners. Now, Ty, I figured out the order of GCDs I need to do there. I just need to do my hard cast first, so I need to do Comet and
Second
Power swap
GCD
immediately.
Troubadour.
Yeah, because I definitely don't want downtime there being in a 2-minute window.
If I Troubadour second GCD, I can Troubadour the second Wrath of Zeus as well.
That's good.
I can actually cover both.
恨みはないが
Hard.
お前の魂もらい受ける
Alright, I have an use here. Critical position mechanic.
Interesting seeing the shield disappear shortly before the damage actually comes out.
That's annoying me. 'Cause usually I can cover it, but I might have to just do it as we're pulling. Not pre-pull.
Wait, bottom.
Oh no! I'm calling it the other way the entire time, and it's messing with people.
Out. Up.
Support mechanic.
Support mechanic.
Okay.
Ports out.
Yes, close.
Oh, bad.
Out close. Thing
Fringe.
first.
Fringe pattern.
tanks out.
Everyone needs to be out. The tanks need to
Point
be
blank.
close.
Point blank is first, guys.
Yeah, they're just hitting their things.
I got him.
You got to get something first.
Yep. Same thing that happens every time.
Have you been shifting away from Twitter? I do that. I would recommend doing that. It helps.
You literally don't have to move if the other person is doing the mechanic correctly.
Too far.
Or spread. Make buster. So I do Protean spots.
Probably my next one.
これでどうだ
You have 40 seconds. Congratulations, you were a long timer. Launch D.
Partners, just find someone who doesn't have a thing and stand each other.
I had 2 people stand on me with things.
Queen Zelda did it.
I did it too. Now I need to get to the right spot. There we go. Also, add 1 to your number.
Well, it
If
wouldn't
you're
have
one
mattered.
timer, always add 1 to how many times you get hit. Like for example, there I got hit twice, and I would have gotten a hit other times. So I was 3, not 2. Sorry.
裏にはないがお前の魂もらい受ける
ウィケットサンダーがリングに帰ってきました。
変幻自在翼がなければ作ればいい
エレクトロープが大きな翼になんと神々しい。
Out. Right bottom.
DPS
Get the cannon.
out.
DPS far.
In, close, out, far.
In tanks.
Good battle. Oh, I'm sorry.
おっと
That's my
挑
bad.
戦者ここでダウン。
I'll get Anna.
I got
Sorry,
time.
sorry, Anna. I just people would have got the bait.
挑戦者なんとか立ち上がった。
I'll heal, I'll heal, I'll heal.
Yeah, I couldn't admit that because I was 10.
これもエレクトロープの可能性だ
Isn't your whole thing?
You know that there is no limit to electro. Now you
Oh
do.
god, is that the new meme?
That's not as good as
So no
he
head.
assaulted the referee.
何が起こるでしょう。
Wait, three.
One partner.
Doubt.
I was suggesting or trying to.
I messed up my burst, but that's fine.
Brilliant spots.
これでどうだ
挑戦者がダウン立ち上がれるか
I would be here, but I'm about to be close.
We want this to be last ball.
Probably a good idea. Yeah, this boss is very,
It's another one of those scenarios where if they had applied it as like a fucking debuff to you as a player, it would have made more sense. It's very much Brute Bomber where they put the fucking bomb on your head instead of giving it to you as a debuff.
I do have to say, a lot of these are a lot nicer than...
Some of them are, yes. But it's still another scenario of a fucking debuff.
I'm
would've
going to
sufficed.
tell you, in Ultimates, there's going to be so many more on-boss bait, like, indicators.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I know.
I know Ty knows, I know Doc knows, but like, especially the more recent ones, a lot of things are just on the ball.
Such as Thornton and his fucking eye.
お前の魂もらい受ける
Grace Felder and the fucking near bar tank buster.
I have a story,
That one was fun.
but I'll tell it later.
That's some bullshit. Oh, not even just Trace Filler, isn't it? Hug too.
Oh yeah, the
翼がなければ
one of the
作
two
れ
different
ばい
types
い
of tank busters as well, besides the near bar ones.
エレクトロークが大きな
There's
翼
one
に
where it was a solo
Bottom.
one where it was shared.
挑戦者がダウン立ち上がれるか
In bottom. Mechanic. Yes. In
挑戦者
close.
なんとか立ち上がった
You were too far from me.
In far. Killer first.
I need
First pattern.
And
立ち上がっただが挑戦者は
in healer.
Out close. Tanks.
Ranged.
Nice. And that's the mechanic. Also, her big fuck off gun mechanic is part of this. It's the start of Ion Buster.
これもエレクトロークの
At
可
least it's
能
still
性だ
color-coded.
Cardinals. I believe Party Finder refers to that as the gun mommy mechanic.
Of course.
エーテルを集積させている
Yeah, me a gun mommy.
They spot 4 spread.
I gotta heal.
I have one too.
Busters.
I'm basically an EOS.
Honestly, we have a lot of time. We got some
Guardian.
this region.
Debuffs add 1. Longs to north. Find a buddy.
It's
There we go,
fine.
we did
It worked out.
East for 3s.
Alright. Wrong spot.
Wait,
Ow.
I was, yeah.
No, it's right is always.
And I realized that right before it went off.
I got a dog.
Oh, I
That got
just
one, yeah.
It's a several hit one too. It's enough more.
Ion cluster.
This is what I could.
Probably the part where she's
エレクトロープの使い方を教えてやる
going to
Check
swivel
hitbox.
slightly so you can preemptively.
Go left.
エレクトロープが巨大な大砲にその力は健在のようだ
Opposite colors. Blue go to the yellow side. Yellow to the blue side. Tanks in the front for light party stacks. It is wild
Starting
charge.
first, isn't it?
消し飛べ
That's
Rob,
for 1 color.
Forgot those colors specific.
And when one person dies, their thing goes off, correct?
Wait,
yep.
you go to the opposite color of the gun, right? So if
Yes.
I was blue, I'd go to the yellow.
Yes.
She specifies which side is which color.
Okay.
Yeah,
You go to
it's
the opposite side of that, then explode. Then after your thing is cleansed, you'll get you'll get debuffs. And based on the debuffs, that's how you do. That's where you do missions.
Oh, we still
No,
got
Soda wants one more.
Okay.
What's that?
But
Yeah, for that
last
one, your
roll magic.
position. Yeah, for that
That's-
one, your position is entirely based on what debuff you get.
That's also the last mechanic before the intermission.
Yeah. The spoiler is the big purple debuff. The big purple circle debuff always goes on one of the boxes on the inside.
帰ってきました
Okay, so it's like a sanity.
Wrath of Zeus.
This game is cool.
変幻自在翼がなければ作ればいい
One needs simply make them.
エレクトロープが大きな翼になんと神々しい
to see the melee huddle.
Out.
Yeah.
Up.
Supports. Supports out.
What's far?
Get out of here.
Ah, crap, I was too close to
挑
the
戦者が
edge.
ダウン立ち上がれるか
It's a good pattern.
Yeah, healer's out.
Out far. In close. Thanks.
Oh, I was waiting for it wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay, I adjusted.
That's not really.
No, I think. Did you go too far or did
I went too far, so I'm
Take
good.
it away.
Fine.
Good.
Oh, you live.
I'll heal this. I'll heal this.
Like I said,
I'm
I'm
gonna say,
I mean, we have a lot of time.
Cardinals.
We also really don't take damage for like.
Yeah, we don't even take damage here. Regen.
don't even
Depends.
heal us.
Yep.
There it is.
if you
I've been
do
doing
this,
plenty
then
with
you
Medica free, and that just does the job.
何が起こるのでしょう
1 and 3. It is
It's 3 and
actually 4.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
one
it was-
partner?
Partners.
One. This is four.
It was four
I'm-
Oh,
partners. The one
I'm-
big
Okay,
hole
that
zone.
threw me
I'm
off.
just gonna.
Yeah, it can be next to each other.
It can
Can we
be
pretend
north
this
and
didn't
west
happen?
or diagonally across. Or north and south or diagonally across.
Yeah, it's been like diagonal every time except for that one.
So in that case, it was impossible to be 2. It was either going to be 1, 4, or 3.
Let's going.
Let's try another one.
Yeah,
are we
that,
not
that one didn't count.
You can do one more.
I should have taught my student.
裏にはないがお前の魂もらい受ける
Why? You fucked up yours, now you want mine?
I mean, she didn't know. By the way, the shields disappearing isn't from them timing out, it's just the way the damage is applied in this game. It visually disappears the shields first.
Yeah, that was freaking me out. I'm like, we have 30 seconds.
Because
Now be losing
Bottom.
at the start.
it's also for like searing light. The buff goes out before the animation, and it bothers me so much.
I hate that fucking move.
Out. Bottom.
You just want to like stand on top of me.
Supports.
I just move very bad.
Force mechanic.
Supports in.
Force close.
I got that one.
In close.
This is the
out
good
far.
pattern.
Tanks in.
Good pattern. I don't want to go there. You might not want to go that far in this time.
Here
Good. I'm gonna pop a regen.
Yeah, I'm popping my regen and keep this damage away.
これもエレクトロークの可能性だ
Yeah, I think doing a double regen was a mistake.
Definitely. We're probably
I
only
like-
using that three.
Yeah, I'll just, yeah, next time I'll just let
One or three.
handle that one. Once, yeah.
3 partners.
It's not on me.
I have
Okay.
it.
Yeah, Zelda died earlier.
You bitch following up with a magic roll, you piece of shit.
Hot spots.
これでどうだ
Long timers out of 1. East freeze.
Oh my god, I'm in the wrong spot.
You sure are.
This is gonna turn into a white circuit. Very
Yeah.
Reds.
Reds.
Here, come here.
Everyone, it's red.
I mean, to be fair, someone was in your spot, so you didn't have any real spot to go to.
Maybe, maybe
If it's-
that's why.
If it's
Yeah, you
spreads,
can-
we should be prioritizing the melees and the tanks
See,
closer.
yeah. Well, I figured it would be like closest to the boss. It'd be the tanks and the melees, and then
That's why I
range healers are.
mentioned, that's
Yeah.
why I mentioned before that whenever it's a stack, depending on how it's lined up, we should primarily try to keep the range to the outsides.
Yeah,
it may
the,
not
the
work
last
out that way always, but it
the,
helps.
the last two images I put in, or at least the last one, shows the spread pattern to have melees and tanks in range of the boss and ranged people away.
Yeah.
This is a fun fight. We almost made it past Island Cluster.
I mean, I think we got midway.
Well, we got to the start of Island Cluster.
Yeah. I think
We
the
st-
first shot, people died
we
after
still
like the
needed
first
the-
shot, so.
Yeah, because there should be 4 people on each side.
I know, I was
I'm
on the right side.
So, Ion Cluster is literally the mech. After that, it's intermission, and then we go midway. Okay.
Mhm.
That's
There is
excellent.
just as a warning that there is a bit of a mechanic to intermission, because I believe it's one player will get hit, then they have to swap
It's
places.
the tank busters from O12S phase 2, except it's on all supports are all DPS, and then a support or DPS has
Yeah.
the other.
Yeah, you just move to the front to protect us. Like,
To answer why we died on Ion Cluster, someone could have just died to the light party stack damage. They might not have been behind the tank at the time, or they just died
They
to
also
void
hit
damage.
the
yeah,
stack.
They do.
Yeah, it's a wild charge.
Not even that, just the stack damage in general.
I think that's what the
mentioned
video
before,
said.
On Ion Cluster, I do think doing the DN strat would actually be the best way to handle that. And
I think Zelda meant the world on Timeless.
Yeah, which is very simple.
No idea.
I can actually point it out. So basically, if you have a purple dot debuff, you're on this square or the other square up there above us. If you have the one of the blue debuffs, and the other one has the if you have the small circle debuff and the big one of the big circles, tanks and healers on this rivet, and then tanks and healers on this other rivet, depending on your colors.
Tanks healers left relative, DPS right relative.
Yep, depending on which side you're on.
And
So-
if you have the little arrows on your debuff, you're going to be slightly in front of the person who has the line.
Yep.
So like, the person with the debuff that does the line attack will be here, and then you'll be like...
They're almost right on top of each other.
You just need to make sure you're not too far away, because it's based off the distance.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, like if I were here, Kara, go ahead. Yeah, Kara would be right there. It's just, basically the reason that you're doing it this way is so that your bait goes directly to the person with the purple dot and doesn't cleave up through the other person. It's like I said, it's very simple for the strategy. It works out very easily, and it keeps everybody in range for DPS uptime.
The two debuffs that exist will either bait on the closest or the furthest. If it baits on the closest, the AoE just goes north-south. If it baits on the furthest, they go north-south, but the person on the other side will also.
And just yeah, and just as a reminder, we have to do that 3 times, so your position may not always be the same.
Yeah, you may have to swap sides, and you may get different debuffs.
Yep.
That one's all just watching what side you're on and watching your debuff bar.
Yeah. Watch debuff you get. Watch which side she's what color she's cleaving, and swap it as appropriate. Once we get through that, it just goes straight to intermission. Phase 2 of this fight, as we've mentioned before, only has one aim point, which is Sunrise Sabbath, which is pretty much the last fucking mechanic in the entire fight. The only thing that makes it hard is if you're not doing AutoCAD.
Well, we'll have to figure it out next week. Unless people are going in their free time.
Well, depending on how things go for work, I may actually try to go in.
Well, I have work tomorrow, so see ya.
Yeah.
I'm down to go in over the weekend if we get a majority of us together. I am not going.
So Ellen...
Alright. Well, I just wanted to make sure that closed out the stream. But we went as a fresh party. So I think we're making pretty good prog. The in-out with the close far was the one mechanic I was like really worried about before we went in today. Because I like briefly looked over the video. But it seems fine. So we just need to get through the is it Witch Gleam? The one with the anchor. And once we can get through that, an ion cluster, we can start seeing the second half. But for now, that is all we're going to be doing for today. Thank you for coming out, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.